Hydraulics Lab Experiment 1. Familiarization of Fluid Mechanics and Hydraulic Apparatus by Group 1. Objectives. This activity aims to familiarize students with the common fluid mechanics testing laboratory equipment. Intended learning outcomes. The students shall be able to distinguish common laboratory equipment and construction materials in testing. Discussion. The function of the engineering profession is to manipulate materials, energy, and information to create benefits for humankind. To achieve this, engineers need knowledge of nature that goes beyond theory, traditionally gained in educational laboratories. Over time, the nature of these laboratories has evolved. The paper describes these changes and examines major factors influencing laboratories today, particularly the lack of coherent learning objectives that has limited their effectiveness and research. It presents a list of fundamental objectives and suggests possible directions for future research. Fassel et al., 2013. According to Garrard et al., 2020, the nature of fluid mechanics makes experimentation an important part of a course taught on the subject. Presented here is the application of a novel, large-scale, multidisciplinary model of practical education in a fluids engineering laboratory. The advantages of this approach include efficiencies through the economy of scale, leading to better pedagogy for students. The scale justifies dedicated academic resources to focus on developing laboratory classes and giving specific attention to designing activities that meet learning outcomes. In 9 decades of fluid mechanics, Mohammed Gad El-Haq, a professor and fluid dynamicist, reviewed how the field evolved from the early 20th century, around 1926, to the modern era. The year 1926 marks an important turning point when the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, ASME, formally created the Hydraulics Division, a professional group dedicated to fluid mechanics and hydraulics research. The ability to manipulate a flow field actively or passively to effect a desired change is of great technological importance, and this may account for the fact that scientists and engineers pursue the subject more than any other topic in fluid mechanics. Here is a list of the resources or materials needed for Experiment 1. First, pictures of equipment used in construction material and methods laboratory. We will also be needing a pen and a paper, and some coloring materials to make the drawings come to life. conclusion, familiarization with fluid and hydraulic equipment is a fundamental step in understanding fluid mechanics and conducting accurate experiments. As emphasized by various sources, being well acquainted with the laboratory equipment not only promotes safety and proper usage, but also enhances the reliability of experimental results. This activity enables students to gain hands-on experience with construction materials and testing tools, mostly supporting deeper learning and skill development. By understanding how to use these equipments correctly, students are better prepared.